Hey, it's Tip Tuesday, and we're going to talk about negotiations. You finally made it. You finally made an offer. Oh my gosh, you finally got an offer. Ah! Okay, common ground. We need to make sure we cover that, and it's a very fine art. So let's cover some basics. One of the first things you want to be mindful of is not to make a lowball offer, especially if the house has not been on the market for very long. It can be insulting to the seller. They're selling their house. They're not committing a crime. So be reasonable in your offer and make it a good one. No lowballs. Another thing to be mindful of is not too much back and forth. It'll wear you out if you're the buyer or the seller because you're like, okay, but you really need to make sure you're moving the needle. We're not just moving money into different buckets. You're moving the needle. We're trying to make this work for everybody. Another one to keep in mind is to kind of remove the mindset of take it or leave it. Remember, we're at the negotiating table here, and nobody likes to be backed into a corner with a take it or leave it offer. Yes, it can work, but it's really not negotiating. It's strong arming. Another one to keep in mind is to kind of remove the mindset of take it or leave it. Remember, we're at the negotiating table here, and nobody likes to be backed into a corner with a take it or leave it offer. Yes, it can work, but it's really not negotiating. It's strong arming. And just be selective on what you present as your request for repairs when you're the buyer. The seller is expecting them, of course, but they're not Santa, and they're not just going to fulfill your every wish if you give them a giant list. So remember, we're negotiating here. Hey, and congratulations, you made it to the negotiating table if you're the buyer or the seller. Hashtag winning. Hashtag winning. That's good news. And you're one step closer to either buying or selling, and you've also finished this week's Tip Tuesday.